But there was situations with you that are on the internet. They're saying that Big U, Tiny Draws caught you lacking. And
you know what's crazy? Everywhere they say something happened with me is 9,000 cameras and they ain't never got it. If Wack walking through the door with game, blue face, we coming through rolling loud. You know, what all the cameras doing?
Yeah, facts recorded.
They on, right? Now, this is the crazy part about this shit. Rick Rock spoke on the No Jumper segment because he was acting security for game that night. Hey, bro, if I catch a nosebleed, I fart, I slip and fall on accident. He's got that on camera. So this when I realized the hate was real. You got a that swing at it, right? He don't connect. We moving because we late. But by the time I took like 2 steps after the swung, it dawned on me, like, this swing at me.
Really just did it.
So when I turned, the took off running. This when I know the hate is real. He runs. Nobody ever says, oh, you let Wack swing on this and run. What they gonna say? I'm a chad.
He trying to sneak.
Right? He swings and runs. So when I run to the direction, all the Samoan security, I'm like, bro, watch out. I know he back there. I said, swung. He tried to, when you try to dope nigga, like you trying to knock him out. Said, tried to knock me out.
Come get you. Yeah.
So I see his homie. I'm so mad his homie came up there with us, the homie Milk, which I was wrong for. Milk came up there with us. He from Gray Street. I see his homie and turn the wrath on him, right?
He gonna come out somehow.
Yeah, but Milk ain't had nothing to do with it. But this and ran over there, hopped the gate, and ran down Figueroa, right?
Yeah, I think they got a video of me and you supposed to getting into it at a Michael Jordan event or something.
That ain't no me and you, that's me and Mike.
Yeah.
Mike security, right? So that's what I'm saying. They have makeup. Charleston, that was like 2013.
Yeah, that's a nigga. I was,
Yeah, so, you know, when it comes to me, it's like, they create some shit, Big U paperwork. It don't take a rocket scientist to understand this is Big U on a wiretap. You my homie, I'm talking to you, right? And I know I've been saying, whenever I catch this on, and you catch the by itself, and you 20 deep, you can't get on the phone with your homeboy and say, I ran into him and didn't do nothing. You just can't do that. But if you read the paperwork said we was 20 deep. Wack jumped out his car. This is what he said. Wack jumped out his car. Okay, Wack been calling you a snitch for 2 years because of the degree program. It's 20 of y'all. You ain't no fool. What's the only thing gonna make 20 gang members in LA stand like statues?
You telling.
Yeah.
What's the only thing gonna make 20 gang members stand like statues?
The leader.
Listen to me, right? He says it. It's a reason why he didn't move. I just simply told him what I told him. See, it's like this with me. When the odds is against you, you got to target your man. When you tell her, listen, if Charleston White with 20 and they catch me, right? And I jump out of the car and I tell Charleston, I don't care what happened to me, but I'm gonna get you first. And he see that something there that he can get got with. He see that this is already ready. Charleston gonna do what Big U did. Don't move cuz it kill me.
Take heed.
I told him, I don't give a what happened. You going first. Right? But he on the phone with his homie, so he gotta say he was begging for his life. He been calling you a snitch 2 years. Begging for your life make you go get him even more. The more you act, the more they gonna whoop him. Ain't begging for life ain't gonna stop you from coming to get you. I've been looking for you.
Not after this repression.
Like, so you know, sometimes you gotta do the math and understand what a nigga's on his phone just bullshitting and creating a reason on why you did not. I can tell you this, he didn't go home that night. I guarantee you he didn't go home between the hours of 1 a.m. and 9 a.m. That's a fact. Now you gotta ask yourself, why you didn't go home? I know for a fact he didn't go home. Right? You know why? He know me. You been running this nigga Dewberry, you know this, right? You know to what extent he'd go to. and you didn't let him get away. And you know he know everything about where you at. Right? Sometimes you
Danger.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, shout out to him. We all reading his paperwork. He obviously wasn't, you know, I'm 26,000 pages of wiretaps and 46,000 of evidence, and you knew your phone was hot since 2021, but yet you stayed on your phone and called all your homies and included to pull them into this type of shit. The New Jersey paperwork that...
Did you ever expect this from him?
I never knew this side of him. So...
You knew him for a long time.
You know, but you got to remember, he came out of prison. So our thing was to build him into the rap game and the real estate game. This shit that I'm reading from talking to his homies from back then, when I backed away from him and doors started closing on him over there, he went back to his old ways of what he did in the 80s and the early 90s. Like
right after the pandemic, homie, y'all was positioning yourselves like to be a new mogul, entertainment mogul type entryway for artists for the West Coast and further on. So yeah.
But he got listen, when I went and did the deal with Cash Money for the Cash Money West thing, and I signed Blueface, Schoolyard is an enemy of 6-0. And when he called me talking about, damn, I got artists over here, but you signed my enemies. I said, hey, did you forget when you came home, we helped you? When the fuck you become the dictator of our business and how we do our business? You came home and beat your son half to death, and the power rules had to build. See, I know everything. We had to come get you out. When your house went into foreclosure, we had to save you. How the fuck you gonna tell me who I'm signing and not? That's part of your problem, is you didn't want to sign nobody unless they was from your neighborhood. Now, if I was like that, saying if you ain't a power rule, I ain't gonna sign you, it's a whole lot of business I would have missed out on. So at that point, I said, look, bro, this is what we gonna do. We gonna bag up, because Suge had already been on me. Suge had already said, Big U. Man, fuck that nigga, that was a mistake, me bringing that nigga around. Leave that nigga where he at. I was just being a brother to him. But once I seen that, and then people around him started talking to me when I ran into him, I started saying, whoever feed the people, lead the people. So if these is running around, you starving. I happened to pull up one day at a gas station. What's up? What you doing sitting here? Man, I'm waiting for Big U to pull up, man, and bring me some money for gas. What you mean bring some money for gas? Hold up, and I fill up his tank and go in my pocket and get a few hundred. Hey, what you doing? Get up out of here. Guess what happens with that same individual when he hears something that he think I need to know? So it was 4-5 people around me. And 600 know this, because when I tell 600 the shit I knew, because 600 was around him after I kind of left, got away from him. When I tell him the shit I know, he like, damn, Wack, you knew all? Yeah, because they telling me.
That's what make the Fed so powerful. They gather information. They don't want ass. They don't want money. They want information to ask. So that's what make him so sharp, homie. And he allow on your ass too, just to rattle your case.
Ooh.
You nigga.
When?
Yeah, you lying talking about I was some preacher taking the church house, nigga.
You talking about the preacher of Dallas?
A Bishop Eli be on Real Life Street. Boy, that nigga mad, the motherfuckers you said it. That nigga mad, that little short nigga mad.
Look how he laughing now, look.
Say, boy, that nigga swear by God. Boy.
So wait, hold on, Charles. I'm gonna make you tell the truth. So let's keep it real. I studied him. You know what he don't do it that bad no more. When he start talking real fast, if you can slip the questions in there, he'll answer it wrong without realizing he answering it. So I got going on Clubhouse. He talking real fast. So I say, yeah, you still go to that church? They told me to start going to this church, right? He said, yeah. But woo. I said, yeah, you talk about the preacher that did all the time in the penitentiary? Yeah. Nigga did 30 years. So what? I said, yeah, y'all still. And I hit him with it, and he didn't respond. And when he didn't respond, I left the app. And that's where it ended.
Clubhouse, yeah.
Bishop Eli heard that, said, man, I'm gonna get that.
Well, hold on. Then I didn't say it. Charleston never said it was a lie.
I said, man, that nigga throw this shit out here.
You not even stop
I ain't
on
want to
that.
argue no more, man. Nigga, man.
You brought your ass in my jungle with me. Did you not?
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about that shit. I ain't know nothing about Clubhouse. I let these trick me and wire me up, and I want it's your ass too. So they don't treat. I ain't know this is playing field.
And then he logged out.
Man, they
so
can
now
mute
who
you,
gonna
man.
argue with?
Hey, listen, let me tell you what I did to it. One day he up there talking crazy, right? I said I'm gonna blow his whole account up in about 10 seconds. I did a countdown, the whole account blew up. Boom!
Yeah,
He
they
was
took
gone.
my shit. I ain't been back. Yeah, that one made me quit.
Damn.
Yeah, but I said, man, this his shit, man. These white people, he the only one making money over here. They taking my clips, put them on YouTube channels, monetizing.
Guess who was taking his clips?
They were eating off my ass.
See?
Oh, they were eating off my ass.
Shout out to Clubhouse, TV Clubhouse.
Nigga, once
listen.
I snapped, I said, oh man, they eating out, man, because every time I look up, these clips over here doing numbers.
Shout out to Ray
Screen
Gibbs. Hey, listen, yeah, but see, everybody was like, why you won't? That's the peasants
I'm
talking.
bringing the fan in here. Hold on.
Look, that's the peasants
Yeah,
talking.
I fit out to go to my 5:30 appointment, so y'all.
Look, that's the peasants talking, right? Well, y'all don't understand what you're dealing with. This was a very touchy battle, right? At that point in time, where we both was, either one of us, it could either be a stalemate or one of us could lead with the next motherfucker's pull.
Yeah.
In this
all the bragging.
situation, I chose a stalemate. On some real shit.
That's just man. Yeah.
I feel like you have fun with that one.
Because I ain't finna keep fucking with you, man, and you ain't saying nothing back. Nigga, I ain't finna keep
Because
fucking
at that
with you.
point in time,
It gonna make me look stupid.
I start running the narrative and obsessed with me.
Man, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, nah. I'm not finna
Make
leave
you
a
don't
nigga
want to
alone.
bark back. Like,
I'm finna
So
go
I'm gonna
fuck
tell you,
with
I did you a favor. Cause you was slipping. I said, nah, I ain't gonna do him like that because the really ain't my enemy. Your people let your trademark lapse.
Yeah.
And I had it.
No. That called and told me.
I called and told I was gonna take his shit. I said, you know what?
You're
He ain't
different.
my enemy like that. So I fight different. I called and told him this.
Yeah, they called and told me.
that's like punch you in the mouth and they give you an ice pack.
No,
like,
but
here
at
you go,
that
big
point,
dog.
I think he started to understand, like, okay, because I was telling him I wanted to get him, I hate him, and all kind of shit.
Of course.
And we had talked on the phone a couple times.
Yeah, they just
we
didn't know that.
Yeah, we had some hits. So more people don't know we was already secretly bonding. Yeah. I mean, I just
shit.
wasn't coming to the internet saying nothing about it.
Yeah, so
Shit, don't tell them now.
I mean, it is what it is, man. We go, but look, since you always kept telling people that my woman was white,
Yeah, I thought he had a white woman. No, you got a beautiful black
that's why
sister.
I had her dress in white for you. Just put on all white. 'Cause
Yeah, I
Charleston-
thought he had a misleading.
And you know she from the South.
No, I ain't know that.
Hell yeah, she from Greenville, Mississippi.
Oh
nigga.
man, shout out to my people out there.
Hell yeah,
man.
them Southern women is different,
Yeah,
boy. I tell you
shout
that.
out, shout out to the
I'm
Jackson
cool
family.
on
out
the
there.
other. I'm cool. Them Southern women, they service you a whole nother way.